Hi, I'm Jenny with Cocoa Daisy, and in this video we are unboxing the planner kit and the inserts and notebooks from the October 2025 October Glow collection. How about we take a look first at our October Glow planner kit. The planner kit comes in this heavy-duty plastic folder that has a Velcro closure. It's great for storing all of your supplies. However, it is great for other items as well, and also taking your items on the go. They'll stay nice and protected in the folder. All right, so this is a very fun and versatile kit. The name may say planner, and it's great for planners, but you'll definitely find some other uses as well. So there are 3 sheets of patterned paper included, and they are 13 by 8.5 inches, and they're scored in the center. So you can see here they open up to 13 inches, but they're nice and compact. Look how pretty that is. Well, okay, not compact, but you know what I mean. All right, so this beautiful brown, and on the inside is the lovely leaves with the little birds. And then we have this orange or golden, I'm gonna go with orange, okay? And the plaid on the inside. So those are included, and they're wonderful for using for dividers and just all kinds of different things, right? All right, so we have also a sheet of PET stickers. They are kiss cut, so you don't have to use any scissors. You simply just peel them up and they'll come off. We also have 2 sheets of large stickers. So we have this one that has the date banners, the days of the week, and then some great labels for your tabs if you're using the larger tabs, some ring enforcers, and then a bunch of icons. And then we also have this sheet that has the alphas, the dates, and then the boxes at the bottom. Now, a brand new addition to this kit is this wonderful sticker sheet. It is now included in the planner kit starting with this month. We also have this sheet of decorative stickers. Look how pretty all of those are. So you'll receive those 4 sheets of planner stickers, or on regular paper, and then we have the PET stickers as well. We have a beautiful pen and ink swatch card. So on the back, you can test your pens, you can test your stamping inks. So pretty, but you can also just use this decoratively in your projects as well. There is a plastic card with the calendar on it, and it does come with the little plastic, you know what I'm talking about, to protect it, that you'll want to go ahead and peel off. Okay, so we also have this month, we have a package of self-adhesive pockets. There is a larger one and a smaller one included in the kit. Then we also have a notepad, which is wonderful for different jotting things down and stuff like that. So it's just a sticky notepad. All right, so we also have some die cuts and tabs. There is a wide variety of different images. So that's like the little bird with the leaf. And then we have a little acorn and a leaf, a pine cone, and then just some larger ones as well. And these are self-adhesive, so all you have to do is pull the back off and stick them directly to your projects. No glue stick or tape runner is necessary. Now they also come with some tabs. So those are wonderful for labeling your dividers and all of the different things, but they also work great in journals and scrapbook layouts too. Now there is a fun little stamp set included this month to help you swatch all of those inks, both fountain pens or markers or stamp ink pads. So this little bottle is one stamp. The little color details is another stamp. This little swatch is a stamp, and then the lines are a stamp. So it gives you 4 different stamps to keep track of your various inks. It's a great idea for absolutely everybody, no matter what kind of supplies you use. There is a Tombow dual tip highlighter, and it is in golden yellow. So you can see you have the larger edge and then a teeny tiny little edge on this side. And then last but not least, we have a beautiful roll of washi tape. So a bunch of leaves, the cute little bird, some acorns. It's really a great, beautiful little roll of washi. And the background is kind of a light orange color. So it's not white, but it's definitely really pretty. Now you can subscribe to the planner kit on its own. Just receive the planner kit and hit the ground running. You're ready to go. Or you can subscribe to it with one of our inserts or notebooks. So let's go ahead and take a look at our inserts and notebooks. So I'm going to share with you each of the different types of inserts that we have. So we have 5 of our notebooks. We also have our Simple Daisy notebook. We have our inserts that are, this is personal size, this is A5 size. You can get these punched or unpunched, whichever you choose. And also our classic vertical inserts, and these are 7 inches by 9 inches, and they work perfectly with our Daisy planner or other planners that are that same size. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking a look at these. I'm going to move them out of the way. We'll start with the notebooks. So these 5 notebooks are all exactly the same on the inside. So the A5, the B6, the standard size notebook, the Daisy Weeks notebook. This is the same size as a Hobonichi Weeks. And then our mini, which is basically passport size. So these are all the same on the inside with one exception. The mini on the front cover just has the beautiful art. There is no monthly calendar here because, as you can see, this is a pretty small size, so it would be hard to get a legible a legible calendar here that would be worthwhile, right? So I'm going to go ahead and flip through the A5 because it's probably the easiest to see, but there are also these 4 others that are the same on the inside. So just like the simple notebook, it has a craft heavy-duty cover, and you go ahead and you open it up and you have this monthly calendar. That's just what it is, sort of like the month at a glance, right? And that is the thing that the mini notebook does not have. We go right into a ruled page, so you can write all the notes, all the things, and our striped pages. There are enough of these striped pages for the whole month, so you can use them for obviously whatever you like. Tracking things, you can use them for meal planning, you can use them for memory keeping, like, oh, my photo of the day. There's lots of different ways to use these striped pages. Then on the back side, again, is the ruled sheet. So you won't run out of these all month long. And they have each day of the week down this right-hand side, in addition to the artwork. And you can see right there on the pages too, the artwork on the ruled page does change. So it's not the same on each page. You'll get inspired each week by the different art. Then we get right into our pages. So the pages are mostly undecorated. They don't have a whole lot of art, just a little bit usually around the edges. So you can see up here the beautiful treetops, the splattering. You can use this notebook however you would like all month long. And if you want to add more decoration, that is fantastic. And if you don't have to. They're beautifully decorated already. Now you can see how the art does change, not only in design, but also in placement on the pages. Each page is a grid. It's a nice, not too dark, not too light gray ink so that you can still see it, but it's not overwhelming. cozy by nature. This has the little navy blue at the top and then over here peeking out. A lot of the artwork contains this cute little bird and he does have blue on him. So that's where this nice nod, it's just a beautiful accent. Then we also get this little Halloween layout. And do you see the little dog wearing the ghost costume? And then in the back, we have the beautiful little phrase and making your daily schedule more grounded. So again, there are 5 notebooks that you can subscribe to, either with the planner kit or on their own. Next up is our classic vertical inserts. As I already said, these are 7 by 9 inches, and these are unlike any other inserts we have. So the front divider is a nice heavy cardstock weight, and then on the back there is a grid design. You can see that there is a gutter down the center for punching, and it won't interfere with the rest of the pages. We get into our monthly view, which is so beautiful, and then our weekly views. So there are enough weekly views for each week of the month. You won't run out. When you get to the end of that section, we then have this note page that has the checklist down the left-hand side, and we jump right into our striped pages for the classic vertical. These are a unique design. These are, as you can see, there is a checklist on this side, and then there is our very well-known and loved striped part of this page. However, these are perforated. So in the center, you can fold them over and use them like this, or like this if you prefer. You can very easily tear these designs apart. So for example, I like to use this side for meal planning. You put my grocery list here and then take this with me to the grocery store. And then I can leave this in my planner. On the back side of this checklist is just a blank notes section. On the back side of the striped page is another checklist. So should you do what I do by removing this section, the back of this would stay in your planner. So there are enough of these for an entire month. And again, you don't have to use this for meal planning. Lots of people come up with beautiful ways to use these inserts that make sense for their lives. So there are, as I said, enough of these for each week of the month without running out. You can subscribe to these on their own, just receive the inserts, or you can subscribe to them with our planner kit. All right, so next is our A5 and our personal size inserts. So these are the same. The only difference is their size. If you like to use a personal size planner, you have these. If you like to use an A5, you can get them punched or unpunched. Mine are both punched for a 6-ring planner here. I'm going to go ahead and flip through the A5 just because it's a little bit bigger and easier to see. But you have the heavy duty divider page that also has the October tab. This back side has a beautiful monthly calendar, and we get straight into our striped pages. These are the same as in our notebook, in that they're just the stripe page. The back side has a faint dot grid, so you can add all of your notes, or if you like to do memory keeping or journaling, that works there too. There are, as I said, with the other 2 inserts, enough for the whole month. And then you have a grid notes page here. And we get right into our weekly view. So this is set up in a horizontal format. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday and Sunday share a row. And in between, there are 2 notes pages for all the things you want to jot down. Or again, if you like to do memory keeping or journaling, you could use those pages for this. There are enough of these for the whole month. and they are undated. All of our inserts are undated except for those monthly calendars. All right, so we have the notes page over here, and then here we have a sheet with that checklist down this side. Then our monthly calendar, so pretty. And we get into our daily pages. Before we do, however, we have this little year at a glance that has January, February, March, all the way through December. So if you want to keep track of things or whatever, that is where you can do that. Now we get into our daily pages, and they're sort of designed to be used like this. So on this side, you have your checklists. So maybe up here you write your appointments or the things that you must get done. There's different things for headings here. There are all the way down, plus this little faux sticky note that is printed onto the page. And then we have this blank page over here that is great for notes or, again, memory keeping. And like I said, these are all undated. The notebooks, the classic vertical, and these inserts are also undated. So there are enough of these pages to use both sides each day of the month. So 2 pages for one day. And again, you can absolutely use these however works best for you. So if you don't need this side, don't use the back side. Then you can use whatever pen you want. It doesn't matter if it bleeds through, or use both sides, use one for scrapbooking. You know, you got the drill. There is just so many different ways to use these inserts. And it's wonderful since there are enough of them for the whole month. So then we get through each of the days of the month, and then you get to the back side, and it is that nice blank page that you could use for journaling or plans or whatever you like. So again, like the other notebooks and like the classic vertical inserts, you can subscribe to these inserts on their own or with our planner kit. Now, last but not least is our simple notebook. This is a unique notebook. It's not like any other product, and that is because it has, well, there's actually a couple of reasons. It has some different things on the inside. So you have this beautiful craft cover and then the artwork, and you flip right into patterned paper and then the grid design. This one has the dot grid. Back to our grid, dot grid. This one you can subscribe to, this Simple Daisy notebook, you can subscribe to with our scrapbooking kit or with our planner kit or by itself. So there's lots of different options for receiving this Simple Daisy notebook. It's really just beautiful. It has incredibly beautiful bright white paper like all the rest of our inserts, and it's really versatile for scrapbooking, for journaling, and even for planning. You may not be sure of how you would do that, but I see so many ways to jot things down, use this for all your decoration, and be really inspired by each of your days. You can infuse creativity with your plans, right? So you get to the back of their notebook, and there is a little Halloween page here, but that's the only Halloween in it. And then we have the back that also has that beautiful scene, and it says, making your daily schedule more grounded. So this is our Simple Daisy notebook, and like I said, you can subscribe to it with our scrapbooking kit, with our planner kit, or all by itself.